welcome, man. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Real quick, 2015 Chrysler Town & Country. You guessed it, with a Pentastar V6. It's applied to anything with a Pentastar in it. All right, customers in from another shop, actually. Oil pressure codes come back. Now, there's a number of oil pressure. This is a 3.6 Pentastar. You got the P06DD or the P06DE. I mean, I don't know which one, but he say they have replaced the complete oil filter adapter housing and put an oil pump on. Okay, that's your oil pressure right there, unless you're losing oil pressure internally within the head, guys. Remember, loose oil gallery plugs will cause you to lose oil pressure. Okay, now we can cancel out maybe the incorrect filter or the wrong filter or anything like that, because he said he put a OEM oil filter adapter housing on it. But we can't cancel out internal oil pressure. Remember, guys, nobody is checking oil pressures on these things. All right, there's a unique way you have to check oil pressure on it, and knowing oil pressure will help with your diagnosis. Okay, I've only seen one person, my buddy David Pikes at Motor City Mechanic, show us how to do an oil pressure test on a 3.6 Pentastar, and that's because he have the tool. Watch this video right here if you're interested. I do not have the tool. I'm going to make me one so I can demonstrate that, but that is very important. So if he don't physically know what oil pressure is, he basically guessing. Now again, he have replaced the oil pump. All right, I got a video on replacing the oil pump. It's not that difficult in the van. In fact, watch it right here. All right, and he's replaced the oil filter adapter housing. So now he's here, want to know what's wrong with it. I don't know, man. That's not, is that parts cannon? Does that mean you're throwing parts? I don't know, man. Now I'm going to admit, guys, because I do not have the oil pressure gauge set up. I'm going to look, I don't know. Let's do it. First, I need to get on the computer and see if anything, there's no codes, they told me. So I need to get on the computer anyway, because it's data that I need to look at, guys. And I need to look at anything else I need to see. So let's do this. Let's go fire up the computer and check around, and let's go further, guys. All right, let me hook up my scan tool, and then we're gonna go see. All right, let's get it. All right, guys, I'm here at the topology, and as you can see, it's a 2015 Town & Country. I have no fault codes in the PCM, guys. There's code in the WCM. It might be tire. Yeah, I had a low tire light on. But look, guys, what I did find is that lightning bolt right there, that represents a flash update. Okay, now this guy apparently, from what I'm told, he didn't erase the code because he was trying to see if it come back. But he's here, want to know, did he do anything wrong, or is there anything else wrong? Let's look at this, guys, because I want to see. Let's go on the flash. Let's take a look at what this flash will entail. Alrighty, here we go. Here goes the TSB that constitute this flash. Yes, anywhere between 2015 and 2017. The RT models, which is the Town & Country, which is what I'm working on. Okay, the customer may experience a mirror illumination. Upon further investigation, the technician may find one or more of these codes. Hey, look at here, guys. Both of them. Okay, all three of them. But he didn't say this one. P06DD. I've never seen that code. I've seen DD and DE. Okay, guys. This might just be something as simple as a computer glitch. Alright, these are the codes he was experienced. Actually, he said one of them. He said oil pressure code, so I'm assuming one of these two. So think about this for a second, guys. In addition to software update, enhancement of software change, aid in diagnostic of the throttle body, correct, improve idle. So a high idle at startup, that's on the 2017. So basically, guys, but this is what I'm gonna recommend you do, guys. This bulletin involves programming the PCM. PCM will attempt to repair a glitch in any of these fault codes. Look at it, all these cam sensor codes. Guys, this is likely his problem. Okay. Yes, if he mechanically, or if he really not having oil pressure issues, this flash, it's just a glitch in the computer, guys. Every now and then that happens. Yes, I've seen small evap leaks. No leaks whatsoever mechanically, but the computer will pick it up. It's just a glitch. And that's what this flash update will repair. All right, so that's what I'm gonna do, guys. Yes, I'm glad. No codes right now. It may come back, I don't know, but if it do, yeah, I gotta take this in steps. So based on this TSB, the 2015-2017, yes, flash update. I'm gonna flash this PCM and explain to them what we did and where we at. All right. In fact, let's go over to the car, to the engine right now, and look at some things. All right, let's get it. Alrighty, guys. Yes, the patented. Hey, the patented 3.6. Now I'm going a little ass backwards, guys. If you're dealing with anything oil related, oil pressure problem, the first thing you should do is check oil level. Yeah, they look like a new oil filter adapter housing. So I shouldn't have even test drove this car until I verified oil level was on point. Okay, so don't do that. Don't do what I just did. All right. So we get a clean dipstick. First thing you need to do with any kind of oil related problems is check the oil level. Oh, good. I dodged a bullet. It is full of oil. Okay. Now, is it 5W20? That also matters, guys. I don't know the weight that he have in it, but the correct weight of oil is crucial for this VVT system to work properly. Surely he have the right oil in it, right? Right. So that's what I'm gonna do, guys. I don't want to spend a lot of time on this because I can't duplicate it. I went on the test drive. I can't even get the light to come back on, and I'm gonna recommend a flash update. Guys always asking me, well, how much they cost? We typically charge 1 hour, guys. Now, whatever that shop hourly rate is, that will dictate what the price be. Let's pull a number out of the air. Just say the garage down the street from you charge $150 an hour. If this is an hour job, this will likely cost you $150 plus tax, fees, and shop cleaning, towels, and rags. Yeah, the average shop always tag in some more stuff. So you'll be out of close to $200. And are you guaranteed that will fix your issue? Absolutely not. There's no guarantee with automotive repairs. I'm just sorry. It's just not. I got out of the habit of guaranteeing anything because this stuff is so unpredictable. All right. I don't want to spend a lot of time talking about this, but that's all I'm going to do. Flash update the computer. He got to think about this for a second. He got an hour diagnostic time in anyway. That flash cost pays an hour. So what I will literally do is just flash his car and then go tell him basically it's the same thing as your diagnostic time. That's why I always tell guys, never go into a shop. I'm gonna do a video on this and tell the people to do such and such. Okay, let them find out what you need to be done. I hate when people come in and say, yeah, how much it costs to replace my O2 sensor? You going, what do you mean? How much it costs? I had another mechanic check and said I need an O2 sensor. How much it costs? It's like 2 hours labor. You know, depending on the location. She approve it, we do it. She drive it, it come back, the light on. My car, y'all didn't fix my car. So we didn't diagnose your car. Okay, you said you wanted us to put an O2 sensor on. So be careful how you approach shops. I'm gonna do a whole nother video on that topic so you guys won't be confused. But guys, that's all I have on this one. All right, that's all I have. Thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe. I'll see y'all in the next video.